Hey there gamers, DreamcastGuy here, and today we're talking about PlayStation because it seems like Sony is about to do a shadow drop sale here in actually just a couple days. They're about to do the deepest discount on the PlayStation 5. They're doing the first sale on the PS5 Pro. They're even slashing costs of stuff like hundreds of games, PlayStation Plus, but the reason I'm talking about this is that it does seem like the hot topic of the industry right now is how everything is going up right now. Xbox Series X 2TB edition is $720. A Nintendo Switch 2 is $500 at launch. Even just controllers and stuff are so dang expensive. So I think PlayStation is trying to do a power play. I think they're testing the waters to see, okay, will a discount significantly spike our sales? Can we just permanently scorched earth take over the industry if we have the cheapest system? But let's take a look at the deals and let me talk about why I hope, I'm not sure about this, but I hope these discounts become permanent. Let's talk. Hi, hope you're having a great day, and if you could please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Currently, the AC is broken in my house, so if I look extra sweaty, well, deal with it. Okay, so this came from Billbil-Kun. We've talked about this guy's leaks in the past. He essentially has an ability to look at website backends. He's some sort of hacker or coder or something. He has leaked stuff like controllers, peripherals. He's one of the first people to talk about stuff like the PlayStation 5 Pro even existing. And so he said, here's the days of play dates, an overview of upcoming discounts, and essentially it comes down to the first big discounts, not just of 2025, but the first big discounts since the PlayStation 5 Pro came out. Now, let's face it, the PS5 Pro, the main criticism it got is that it's too damn expensive. $700 for, let's face it, 10% better graphics. That's a pretty steep jump. But what's funny is that even after this leak, people are still very, very skeptical. A lot of people are like, okay, like, with every single system getting more expensive, it's hard to believe a leak saying prices are going down because everything else, the price is going way, way, way up. Now, technically, there are other PlayStation deals that are even running right now. Like, this is one, I am still actually blown away by this. I love Astrobot. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I platinumed that. Anybody who's played Astrobot, obviously, it won Game of the Year for a reason. They're doing an Astrobot bundle right now where the digital edition is $400 with the game included. This is still an extremely good deal, but apparently these prices are trying to basically make it even cheaper than that. PS5 Pro is now going to be $50 off. The base model is going to be $100 off. The PlayStation 5 Plus, PS5 Plus, why am I phrasing it like that? PlayStation Plus, which obviously could be on PS4 or PS5, that's getting a 30% discount. Now, in the actual phrasing of it, it actually says that essentially it sounds like for the PlayStation Plus, it's renewals. So if you already have PlayStation Plus, they're going to have a thing where it says, hey, extend it by a year and it's 30% off. I actually do this all the time. PlayStation Plus is expensive. I get the premium tier, or I historically have gotten the premium tier, and what I always do is whenever there's a sale, that's when I re-up it. So I go from paying, $200 a year down to like $160. But the other discount that I've seen a lot of people talk about is PSVR 2. I don't know why people are so dead set on PSVR 2. Everybody that has that says it's totally, totally worth it. Now, this is actually, I think, the fourth discount. That thing was originally $600 for the VR headset. Then they took it down to $400, and then I think $300. So these discounts, it's almost making it worth it. But here's my thing. I want PlayStation to find a way to make these discounts permanent. Every other console generation, especially with PlayStation, it was very much celebrated in the community as their console got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Like, it was $250 for a PlayStation 2 at launch. Then it went down to $200. Then it went down all the way down to $79. Like, over the course of years and years and years, right? I want to find a way for PlayStation to essentially make this as cheap as possible. Now, obviously, the roadblock is the tariffs. This is the thing where everybody right now is raising costs because it's so expensive to bring stuff into the United States. Right now, they are just started doing pre-orders for an Expedition 33 reprint collector's edition. It's $110 in the rest of the world, and it's $170 to get it into the United States because you got to pay tariffs at multiple countries to get stuff into the United States now. So a lot of these, I've noticed a lot of these online retailers now are actually saying, okay, here is the country of origin for stuff like controllers and stuff, explaining why it's so expensive. But Sony did something smart. A lot of companies did this as well, but Sony did do this. They're trying to dodge the tariffs for the time being, so they have filled up their warehouses. They've doubled supply chains and stockpiled millions and millions and millions of PlayStation 5s in the United States. Now, the rough numbers are that they sell about 1 million consoles a month in the United States. So here is my pitch, my hope, my dream for PlayStation 5. I think right now gaming is becoming prohibitively expensive, and I think we're getting to a point where it gets dangerous when normies understand it. Like, I think once the average consumer starts saying stuff like, the PlayStation Portable has no games, the Xbox has no games, when people start saying that, when normies start saying that, you know the messaging has gotten toxic. And right now, a lot of the industry is saying, it's too expensive to get a new console. It's too expensive to jump on board with the latest generation. Sony would lose a lot of upfront money. I'm not going to act like this would be an instant W, but I think if they position themselves as the cheap place to play with the best graphics, with the best exclusives, with the most to play, even third-party stuff looks, of course, best when it comes to consoles on the PS5 Pro, I think Sony, if they were wise, if they were really willing to soak up an upfront significant loss, I hope that for all the millions of consoles that are currently in the United States, they keep the system as cheap as possible. Keep it at $350 or something like that. You would dominate the market. I 100% believe that if you kept the price lower than the Nintendo Switch 2, you would starve them out. A lot of people are going into the holiday season, going to just walk into the store shelves and go, oh, a $450 Nintendo Switch 2, a $350 PlayStation 5. Well, I know PlayStation 5's got Spider-Man. PlayStation 5's got Assassin's Creed. It's got Madden. It's got Call of Duty. It's got the normie games, right? I want PlayStation to be the affordable place to play. But I'm also in a spot where it's not even PlayStation that's important. I am, in a way, thinking about the fact that it sucks how expensive everything's getting because this is only going to trickle down. Less consoles means less game sales, which means less new ideas, which means less companies willing to experiment and do stuff cool, which means the entire industry gets starved out. Expensive consoles are cutting off the snake's head. I 100% believe that. If you do not have an easy entry point to the new generation, people are just going to find a different hobby. So, I am personally very, very, very happy about this sale. I just hope it lasts longer than, 2 weeks. But what do you guys think about it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you could, please give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. 30-second funny story. So this weekend was my best friend's birthday. It was his birthday, and they wanted to have a surprise party. I'm good friends with his wife and his kids and stuff like that. So it was my job to distract him all day. I brought him over here, and my AC's broken, so we're just sitting here playing games, and it's getting hotter and hotter and hotter because it's Texas. It's 100 degrees outside. So we're sitting there playing PS5 and just sweating our asses off. I had to keep him distracted so they could set up the house and make jello shots and hang decorations and stuff. And at one point he's like, man, this sucks. We should just pack up the PS5. Let's go to my house. And I was so brain dead. I was just like, nah. And he's like, well, why? Why don't we just go to my house? And I couldn't think of a good excuse. I'm just like, nah. Anyways, it was a good surprise party. Hope you guys had a good weekend. And hopefully you didn't sweat as much as I did. Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.